In the headlines, a strategy outlined for the resumption of banana exports to the United Kingdom, over 300 successful surgeries under Rotation 1 of the Miracle Eye Care mission, and teachers warned it would not be business as usual when they return to the classroom in September. I am Andrea Lee with the Channel 5 News, back with the details after this. Thank you for staying with us. First up, Member of Parliament for the Roseau Valley constituency, Dr. John McIntyre, praised the government's new program to ensure Dominicans are qualified at the master's degree level. Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit previously announced that the government is prepared to support postgraduate studies. McIntyre, who is also Minister for Planning, Economic Development and Investment, echoed the Prime Minister's words and said the area of study has to be in keeping with national priority areas.
What we have realized now, we have gone on to say a university graduate for whom? Fine. We have gone on to exhaust the BSc level, the first degree level. And we have done well. The world/Dominica requires more than just a first level, a first degree right now. We need more than that. And what we have done in this budget is we started looking at, and we have looked at expertise, specialization. Dominica is not a simple country. Dominica is not just a basic first degree type of country. It requires specialists. And what we want to embark on in this budget is we're going to start looking at our priority areas for development. He says it is necessary to move beyond the first degree level. We need more than just that for Dominica. And in this budget, we have placed money where we're going to be targeting priority areas for development and specialized training. This is the vision of a government that's thinking, man. Come on. The member of the opposition came on here, the leader, he spoke about education. I mean, just ran over it fast. I mean, I know you had to try something, but you have to speak with a sort of a leadership in terms of where we're going with education. And to me, that is the future, but where we're going. As I've mentioned to you, we can no longer depend on just a first degree. We need specialization. We need specialists, the various fields required for this difficult piece of real estate we have in Dominica. It's not a joke at all, but it's a lovely country. As the AG has always said, our beauty is our challenge, and that's true. We need more than just that. In more budget-related news, the government has outlined its strategy for resuming the export of bananas to the United Kingdom market. This comes 2 years after importer Winfresh UK Limited suspended purchases of the fruit from Dominica while the island battled with the leaf spot disease, black sigatoka. Prime Minister and Minister for Finance Roosevelt Skerrit told the Parliament during the 2017-2018 budget presentation that selected farmers have begun receiving assistance. He said at least $330,000 worth of building material have been provided to core farmers to upgrade their pack shed structures.
This will allow them to meet the global good agricultural practices standards. The Ministry of Agriculture has ordered an additional 60,000 tissue culture banana plantlets at a cost of $88,000. 15,000 of these plantlets have already been distributed to farmers. The second batch of 15,000 has been winned and hardened and will be distributed in August. The third batch of 30,000 plantlets will be received in August, and fertilizers and other inputs have been provided to all farmers who receive tissue culture plants. Madam Speaker, it must be noted that all of these plants are being winned and hardened at the Chinese Smart Greenhouse at the Portsmouth Agricultural Station.
The Prime Minister added that a revolving fund had been established to ensure farmers can access fertilizer and spray oil at subsidized prices.
The Ministry has also distributed free of charge 2,525 kilogram bags of fertilizers to farmers producing banana, plantain, vegetables, root and other crops to boost production. Spray oil is also being sold at all agricultural stations at subsidized prices.
On to health matters now. The first round of the Miracle Eye Care mission, or Mission Milagro, has been deemed a success by local health authorities. The Miracle Eye Care Mission is a humanitarian organization providing free eye care services for adults suffering from treatable forms of blindness caused by cataract and pterygium. The first rotation, which came to an end recently, saw 311 surgeries being conducted on 209 patients suffering from visual impairments caused by cataract and pterygium. Patients from the Castle Bruce, Roseau, La Plaine, and St. Joseph health districts were in rotation 1.
We saw a total of 58 patients at Castle Bruce, and really and truly it were patients from both Castle Bruce and La Plaine coming together. This was followed by 134 persons being seen on Sunday 9th from the corresponding districts of Roseau and St. Joseph. And this marked the end of rotation 1, which we classified to be a success.
The surgeries conducted by doctors from Venezuela were done at the Princess Margaret Hospital using state-of-the-art equipment donated by the government of the People's Republic of China. Health Minister Dr. Kenneth Daru expressed gratitude to the government and the people of Venezuela for their commitment to this project despite the socio-political situation in their country.
Some patients would have been on the waiting list for quite a while. And of course, the costs involved in some of these surgeries, we know that quite a bit of them, if not all, would certainly not have been able to afford these much-needed interventions. And based on the reports or the findings, the report of the first round of surgeries done so far, we would have, of course, heard a lot of the testimonials that, most of the surgeries, went really well. Very few complications.
Rotation 2 is expected to begin in early August and end in November this year. 308 pre-screened patients from the health districts of Marigot, Portsmouth, and Grand Bay are expected to be seen in the second rotation. On to police news now. Police have confirmed the discovery of a male body at the Roseau Market. While not yet receiving an official report from police, Channel 5 News understands that the lifeless body of a man was found lying on a table in the Roseau Market on the morning of Sunday, 30th July. The police suspect no foul play in this incident but have not released the name of the individual. Channel 5 News will continue to follow the matter and bring you more details as they become available. Coming up, a theme has been selected for Reunion 2018. Next on the cards, a reunion logo. That and more when we return. Welcome back. On the education scene, teachers have been advised that it should not be business as usual when they return to the classroom come September.
The words from Chief Education Officer Melina Fontaine when she addressed the closing ceremony of the DAT CTF Summer Workshop on Friday.
Principals and teachers, you're expected to have a reviewed and/or revised school development plan by the end of September. That plan should reflect the initiatives that you will be undertaking to bring about student success. It should reflect the new knowledge that you have acquired over the period of in-service training this month. It should reflect the fact that this knowledge must be shared with those who were absent from these workshops. We are moving away from a business as usual mode to one where everyone is productively engaged with positive results. We have work to do. Let's do it.
Fontaine says continuous teacher training remains a high agenda item for the Ministry of Education as they realize the evolution of classrooms and the roles of teachers.
We all recognize that the role and functioning of schools are changing. Teachers are being asked to engage more in planning on the evaluative and accountability frameworks, and also to do more to involve parents in our schools. Teachers, therefore, you need to have ongoing training to face all of your career challenges. Findings from international research are revealing that teacher development is a process and not an event. It involves changes in teachers' performance over time and is achieved in stages. You will therefore understand why I am thankful that we are able to successfully execute all the training that occurred in the past 3 weeks.
On to financial matters, Governor of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, Timothy Antwine, says efforts are ongoing to modernize the legislative framework for the payment system of the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union.
A payment system is described as any system used to settle financial transactions through the transfer of monetary value and includes the institutions, instruments, people, rules, procedures, standards, and technologies that make such an exchange possible. Presently, existing legislation does not recognize digital payments, and the Central Bank is working with the World Bank to modernize the sub-region's payment system. This is expected to have a positive impact on electronic commerce for traders within the sub-region.
We are looking at the payment system legislation in the ECCU. Under law, the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank is responsible for oversight of the payment system. And your question is quite interesting because what really is required now is a modernization of the system to allow e-commerce to take place both ways. Not just us buying from Amazon, but they being able to buy from Dominica or any country in the thing. The truth of the matter is that we do not have all of the infrastructure in place yet. And the law needs to be modernized, including recognizing digital payments. Because you will be surprised to see the law right now basically refers to paper money. And digital payments and electronic payments are not recognized. So that has to be changed. So there will be some revisions to regulations. As we speak in the Central Bank, we've commissioned a review of our payment system. We got the first report, and we are working, collaborating with the World Bank to modernize our payment system legal framework.
Still in regional news, Miss Dominica 2017, Jade Romaine, was unsuccessful in her first attempt at copying a regional crown.
The 25-year-old who took part in the Miss JC's International pageant in Antigua on Sunday night was unable to place in the top 5 who made it to the interview segment of that pageant. Romaine was also unsuccessful in getting any of the prizes for the various judged rounds of the competition. The results of the Miss JCI are as follows. Miss Antigua and Barbuda, Ayana Dorset, won the show and took the prizes for Best Performing Talent and Best Evening Wear. First runner-up position went to Tyler Theophane of St. Lucia, while Jamil Thomas of St. Vincent placed third and got the award for Best Modeling Skills in Evening Wear. Anguilla, represented by Carencia Roos, got the prize for Best Interview, while Katharina Davis of St. Kitts won the award for Best Swimwear. The next regional pageant for Miss Dominica 2017 is the Miss Culturama in Nevis on 5th and 7th August.
And with the reunion theme officially announced for Reunion Year 2018, the search is now on for a logo to match the occasion. Last Thursday, the Reunion Year Committee announced that the theme for 2018 is My Love, My Home, My Dominica. Chairman of the Reunion Year Committee, former permanent representative to the Organization of American States, OAS, Hubert Charles, says the theme was chosen from approximately 300 suggestions through various calling programs on local radio stations.
The committee, of course, established some criteria for selection. Also, we decided that should we encounter a theme that needed a bit of tweaking, we would do that. But that we would select 6 themes that we were most comfortable with. In other words, any of the 6 would be appropriate. And then the final bit was to pass that on to Cabinet, and they chose the one that they thought was most appropriate.
Currently, a competition is underway for a logo to match the theme My Love, My Home, My Dominica. The deadline for submitting the logo is 11th August.
The key requirement is that the logo reflects the theme. Now, of course, this is an artistic demand or request, so that all the artists will probably not necessarily have the same notion as to how the theme is reflected in the logo. But the committee and the selection committee, I'm not going to be on that selection committee, but the selection committee will be looking for the theme in the logo. We will be looking for something that is forceful, something that is manageable. It cannot be too large. More importantly, it cannot be something that has been picked from somebody's, creative work.
When asked about a competition to select a reunion song, Charles explained that a competition would not be necessary to choose a theme song.
I think we're looking for a song that allows people to catch the spirit of reunion at the point when we are launching the reunion. Okay, so that is not a competition. But Carnival and all the other activities that we have during the year will allow for the emergence of that song or songs that the general public define as the song for reunion 2018.
That's news. Your sports highlights next with Kenny Williams.
We begin with cricket, where one of Dominica's most senior sports clubs walked away with a well-deserved win to be crowned the 2017 Fort Young Hotel Intermediate Cricket League champion on Sunday. Sagicor General Somerset won when it mattered, taking down lead contenders Police Sports Club, who went undefeated throughout the season. Batting first, Police was bowled out for 139. Vivian Augustine contributed 23, Jean-Paul 18, and Gavin James 16. Veteran Roy Marshall picked up 3 for 16, Nick Roy Barry 3 for 35, Bradley Baham 2 for 33, and Felix Jack 1 for 10. Needing 140 for victory, Sagicor Somerset scored 140 for 7. Roy Marshall continued his good form to score 34. Bradley Baham assisted with 28. Daryl Damier took 3 for 28, and Erwin Burton 2 for 14. Somerset won that match by 3 wickets. Meantime, Sagicor captain and man of the match, Roy Marshall, believes the win on Sunday was well-deserved after having reached close to the semi-finals multiple times.
Yeah, well, it's a good feeling, because it's a long time now we've been fighting and reaching, close to the semi-finals and not making it, Police is a fighting team, it's not the first time we have been playing Police, They will fight till the last ball, but today, we are the better of them, and, congrats to our boys. We'll continue playing and trying to encourage the youths, to come in and join the club, because we've been trying to bring in a lot of youngsters. But, now it's very difficult to get the youngsters to play cricket, but we'll keep on trying. And with the help of our president, Ambrose Sylvester, I think we'll get a few players in the club.
Meanwhile, captain of Police Sports Club says poor execution on the day caused them to lose on the day it mattered most.
But my men did a very good job, although we didn't win the championship. But we, prior to it, we have not lost any game. So I think we did a very, very good job. I just want to urge them to continue. It was a very small total, and it's always going to be difficult defending such a total. But the catches, I think we dropped a few catches when we really had them. We should have just taken our catches, and probably the outcome would have been different. But it didn't happen this time. This time around, as they say, cricket is a game of glorious uncertainty. And there are times one will go for you and one won't. And today was just a bad day for us, unfortunately. But I want to commend the guys for a very good season despite this game. I want to urge them to continue, and once again, congratulate the Somerset team.
Somerset's wicket-keeper Denny Titt won the award for player of the match when he stumped 2 wickets. Stanley Paul was the most vocal supporter on the day.
I just love Somerset. We've been playing cricket for so long. And it's nice to get St. Joe on the map again, Somerset, but St. Joe, the community. We need that.
Next up, President of Dominica Cricket Association Emmanuel Nanton announced the start of the National 2020 League, which is expected to take place after the Independence season. The league will be played in zones.
This year is planning a National 2020 League to start after the Independence season. We're hoping to have 8 zones, according to the zones of the sports division. So there will be north, south, east, west. There will be northeast, southeast, southwest, etc. So the zones are as we have by the sports division. So we're hoping to start that 2020 format after the independence season. We're in discussion with a number of people to look at sponsorship. We're hoping to put together a management team for every team that will participate. And we're hoping that the prizes for that tournament will be very attractive.
On the football scene, there were wins for New Wave Point Michelle, Southeast, East Central, and Esmart Tarish United in action from the DFA's Under-17 Boys League on the weekend. The highlight was Southeast's 12-2 pounding of Collio Football Club.
On Saturday, East Central made it 2 wins in as many matches with a 4-3 victory over Dubla Football Club at the Benjamin Park. Nilbert Thomas registered a hat-trick for East Central, with Randall Coppell scoring 1. Sahil Humphreys got a brace for Dubla, with Felix Ansem getting 1. While at the Stock Farm Complex, Esmart Tarish United defeated Harlem United 5-1. Yadi Reed, Dejante Joseph, Kadim Theodore, Chauvin Henry and Fitzroy Benjamin scored 1 each for Tarish. Delano Edwards got the lone goal for Harlem.
Meantime, in recent games, Point Michelle edged out Club Loubier 4-3. Southeast hammered Collio Football Club 12-2. Deshaun James had the golden boots with 5 goals. The league continues on Tuesday with Southeast against Dublin Football Club at Laplin Playing Field and Club Loubier versus Esmart Tarish United at the Stock Farm Complex. Both games kick off at 3 in the afternoon. Back with more cricket, we can tell you that West Indies Under-19s beat Zimbabwe by 70 runs to secure a series win on Saturday. Sent into bat, West Indies scored 257 for 4 in their 50 overs. Keegan Simmons contributed a solid 89, Emmanuel Stewart 76 not out, and Bhaskar Yadram 65. Dominica's Alec Athanas was undefeated on 15. Set 258 to win, Zimbabwe was bowled out for 187 in 42.5 overs. Zimbabwe's Liam Roach was the only batsman of note who scored 65. Darren Ned picked up 4 for 33 and Bhaskar Yadram 2 for 20. Bhaskar was player of the match and the series. West Indies won the 3-match series 2-1. That's all the sporting highlights for now. I am Kenny Williams. Join us next time.
Stay tuned for your weather forecast.
Hello and good evening. Welcome to tonight's weather broadcast. I will be your presenter for this evening, Farah Rock, where we go straight into some early infrared satellite imagery. And today, a high pressure system was a dominant feature which affected weather conditions across the islands of the Lesser Antilles. Earlier visible satellite imagery showed some low level as well as some high level clouds over the eastern Caribbean, and earlier radar imagery indicated scattered shower activity mainly in the southern portion of the islands of the Lesser Antilles. The weather tonight is expected to be fair to partly cloudy and hazy, breezy as well, with a few scattered showers, and we can expect similar conditions tomorrow, with maximum temperatures expecting to peak up to 32 degrees Celsius. Let's move on now to the marine forecast. Well, the conditions tomorrow, moderate waves are expected to peak up to 7 feet. However, the waves are expected to further increase by tomorrow afternoon. Therefore, small craft operators and sea bathers, you are asked to exercise caution. Let's move on now to the weather for the next 3 days. Tomorrow, Tuesday, as I said, a fair to partly cloudy, hazy and breezy with a few scattered showers. A tropical wave will be affecting us late Tuesday into Wednesday. Therefore, the weather on Wednesday, mostly cloudy with some scattered showers, and also some hazy and breezy conditions will be evident. And by Thursday, it will be partly cloudy to cloudy with some scattered showers, and again, hazy and breezy conditions are expected. Well, the rest of the Caribbean tomorrow can expect similar conditions. That is fair to partly cloudy skies with some scattered showers throughout the islands. Let's move on to the international city forecast. Well, the city of London will enjoy fair to partly cloudy skies tomorrow, while the cities of Miami and Caracas may experience some cloudy skies as of thunderstorm activity, and New York and Beijing can expect some cloudy skies with some rain. The sun will rise tomorrow at 5:47 a.m. and will set at 6:36 p.m. We are still in hurricane season. Keep abreast with your weather information. Visit our website at weather.gov.dm. Call our weather hotline at 447-5555. Join us tomorrow evening for your next weather broadcast. Thank you for viewing.
To end the news, the headlines again. A strategy outlined for the resumption of banana exports to the United Kingdom. Over 300 successful surgeries under Rotation 1 of the Miracle Eye Care mission. And teachers warned it would not be business as usual when they return to the classroom come September. Feel free to contact us at news@marpin2k4.com. You can also access our past newscasts on our YouTube channel. On behalf of the entire production team, I am Andrea Louis, and to all of our viewers around the world, thank you so much for watching. Join us tomorrow.